Chapter 855. I'm out to take care of some things. We can talk when I'm back. Don't spread my identity any further than this. Curse that sly old fox Rogan and his big mouth. Hannah was crying because she was touched. She could tell from the letter that Wilbur did not blame her. In fact, the letter was a gesture of care. Hannah folded up the letter, putting it into her bag carefully as she smiled. She got to her feet, striding out of the room tall and proud with the grace of a swan. At the same time, Wilbur was already on the way to Ocho City. His mind was entirely on the Valley of Death now. He also understood what Rogan was trying to do. Exposing Wilbur's identity was just a way of taking a bit of the burden off Rogan himself for relief. What a sly old fox. Wilbur understood where he was coming from, though. Those Western forces were not to be messed with, and Rogan was definitely under a lot of pressure. However, it was fine even if Wilbur's identity did get exposed. Not everything in the world was going to work out the way he wanted it to. Just then, the train stopped in another city. Two men and a woman boarded the train, sitting right across from Wilbur. Both parties exchanged a friendly glance and smiled. They were all from the East. It was quite a lucky coincidence to be able to run into someone of the same ethnicity in another country. Seeing all of them were from Dasha, everyone introduced themselves and chatted briefly. The short-haired man who seemed to be the older of the two was named Cameron Sharp, and the shy-looking younger lady was his sister, Catherine Sharp. The other slightly more muscular man was Dawson Deft, a friend of the siblings. The three friends were avid lovers of adventure and had been traveling around Freaka for years now. Wilbur said that he was on his own, and here for traveling purposes. After everyone got to know each other, Wilbur shut his eyes and pretended to go to sleep while Cameron and his friends continued chatting. "Are you sure there's a precious treasure, Cameron?" asked Catherine. Cameron said, "I heard that the sky over there was filled with brightly colored rays out of nowhere just a few days ago, and even shone past the deathly fog that's been there forever. Lots of adventurers and experts are headed there already. I'm sure we'll be able to get something good out of this, won't we?" Dawson piped up in a quiet voice. Cameron said, "Well, that place is considered forbidden grounds. Many adventurers have also gotten injured or lost their lives there, so we should be careful. Come on. We're both ambience level. And we've got Catherine too. I'm sure that'll be enough to protect us," said Dawson. Cameron said, "Well, we still need to be careful and retreat the second it gets too dangerous. Caution is what has gotten us thus far." Dawson shrugged, and Catherine nodded obediently. Wilbur opened his eyes with a smile. "Are you three headed for the Valley of Death?" "Oh, are you going there too?" Cameron asked, confused. Wilbur said, "I'm going to be honest here, but I also heard about the rays and wanted to go and take a look for myself. It's really dangerous though. I don't think regular mortals should be going," said Cameron. "I'm a cultivator myself, and I think I can hold my own. Maybe we could team up and look out for each other," Wilbur suggested with a smile. Cameron looked Wilbur up and down. Nothing about Wilbur convinced Cameron that he was a cultivator. Just then, Catherine clapped her hands. "Sure, welcome to the squad. I'm telling you now, though, that my brother and Dawson are really powerful." Cameron gave it some thought before saying, "All right, let's team up. We're all from Dasha. We should look out for each other." "Welcome to the team," Dawson smiled. Wilbur smiled in response. To tell the truth, Wilbur had only made the offer to protect these people. The place they were headed for was somewhere even a sanctuary-level cultivator like Osborne deemed dangerous. It was clear just how much of a risk it would be for these guys to go.